Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be showing how I dyed not one, but two American Girl dolls of very dark skin tone. I have always wanted to try my hand in dyeing a doll. I guess this is my way to compensate not being able to purchase a create your own doll right now. I want to have a very dark Jess mold or a light Sonali mold. Before I proceed, I need to inform you that if you plan to dye your own doll, please do it at your own risk, especially if you want to follow what I did. I will not be responsible if you damage your doll or if you have an accident. If you are a minor, please ask your guardian for permission or seek their help. We will be using direct heat, so always use caution to avoid any untoward situation. Also, some of the methods I used are not the standard compared to how other doll customizers dye their doll. This is a sort of experiment on my part, and it is up for you to decide if you wish to imitate it or not. I do not encourage anyone to follow my lead, it is just how I went about things. In this video, I used a Josefina mold and a classic mold. I originally purchased a second-hand Samantha to dye, but I just couldn't use her because I loved her as she was, so I chose dolls from my already existing collection instead. So here they are, the dolls I chose to dye. This Kirsten doll has cut bangs and I had her for a while now. I have not been able to bond with her for some reason, and hopefully, once she is dyed, I will have a connection with her. I named her Filomena after my favorite patron saint. The other doll is a Josefina doll which I named Linda, but I decided to rename her Javelian after one of my favorite manhwa characters. I began preparing the dolls by first removing their wig. I will reattach Javelian's wig once she is dyed, but Filomena will have a new wig since the one she has needs work anyway. Then I removed their eyes and their cotton stuffing. I didn't show that anymore in this video, but there are already a lot of tutorials here on YouTube on how to do it in case you need some reference. I purchased Rit Dye More in the shade chocolate brown since it is the only dye would work with American Girl doll vinyl. However, since I was informed that this doll leaves a very strong red undertone, I thought I can cancel out the red by adding a green dye. The green dye I used was for tie dyeing and not by Rit. I can already tell you at this point that it did not work, and basically I wasted money on this. It did not cancel out the red undertone, but maybe it is also due to me adding black pigment. I find that a bit unlikely though, since the black pigment shouldn't have any undertone. I boiled a lot of water in this pot and then added just 1/4 of the Rit Dye More in chocolate brown. Make sure that you will not use this pot again in cooking food. Then I added the green dye, which again, did not do anything at all in cancelling the red, so this is a waste. So skip this part if you do plan to follow this video. Believe me, it did not make a difference. I added another dash of chocolate brown just to ensure that my dolls will not come out as Elphaba green, but I could have relaxed since again, the green dye did not do anything. This is the controversial part of my video. Most customizers will tell you to disassemble the legs and arms from the torso and just restring the doll once done. I didn't want to do that since I am not comfortable restringing dolls and I just haven't done it before. I also washed doll bodies before by submerging them, with limbs attached in water and soap, and so far, nothing bad has happened to I got to thinking that removing the limbs is not really necessary. But again, this is just me. If you want to remove the strings and the limbs, please do so. But for me, I found out that this is not necessary. I opted to dye the bodies first and do the heads last since my pan is not big enough to fit all the parts. I used this stainless ladle to submerge the body to ensure that the entire body was dyed fully. I turned the bodies from time to time and I did this for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I removed the bodies from the dye and soaked them in water with white vinegar. I was told that this will help in fasting the colors to the vinyl and cloth. Then I put in the heads in the dye bath and let them soak again for 10 minutes, turning them from time to time to make sure the color is evenly distributed. Yummy, doll soup. This is a stuff where nightmares are made of, hee hee hee. After 10 minutes of constantly turning the doll using my ladle and this claw thingamajig, I removed the heads from the dye bath and added them to the bodies, which were still soaking in water laced with white vinegar. I let them soak in it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I washed the bodies and heads with laundry detergent. I made sure to brush them well and use a lot of suds to remove the excess dye since I do not want them damaging the clothes I will put on them. Then I hung them up to dry overnight to get rid of the moisture. The following day, it is time to put in new eyes. I use stationary eyes this time since I want their eyes to be posable. I chose these unusual colored eyes in yellow and grayish blue since I want them to look even more striking. My cat, Aria, was also curious about them. I did not include the part where I put in their eyes since there are already a lot of tutorials on how to do that, so here they are. Now I just need to redraw their eyebrows and eyelashes to make them look less strange. Here they are with their wigs, eyelashes, and eyebrows. Next time I dye a doll, I will buy Rit Dye More in Sandstone since I was told that mixing this with chocolate brown will cancel the red undertone. But despite their red undertones, I still love how they turned out. They are not for everybody, I know, but I was not born to please everybody. Never apologize for being different. That is all for now. Stay tuned for more videos from Totally Dolls. Take care.